Welcome back, everybody. Right now we have Kelly Starrett, owner, founder of CrossFit San Francisco, and also recently published author of Becoming a Supple Leopard, and Diane Fu. We were just having an interview with Diane about kind of before and after, and we were just looking at her panel. It was really interesting. She had a ton of green, so lots of great markers. One was off thyroid, and completely different person. So you've known her personally and professionally over the last few years, and it's been remarkable to me observing from the outside how Diane's career has completely taken off, her practice, Fu Barbell, the whole transformation. So it'd be interesting to hear what it was like as far as Diane before. She already described that.
Well, I think it's the analogy is sort of already there. A lot of things in the green, one thing was in the red. Diane was viciously cold all the time. And one of the things that happens when you're viciously cold all the time is you're crabby all the time. And there was definitely some times where I could tell Diane just didn't feel good. We have a coach, probably one of our most talented coaches here, who is skilled at working with athletes across the spectrum.
Absolutely.
Oh, you're going to the Olympics? No problem, we can work with you. Oh, you're a middle-aged, dad of 5, I got you covered. Diane is our go-to expert. One of the things that we noticed is that she wasn't feeling good, she wasn't interacting. There was actually a time where I was like, maybe I have to have a talk with Diane about being happy.
I'll talk to her
about life.
About life. Hey, Diane, come on over. You're really good, but you're sort of a grump all the time. And it really was interesting that here we had an athlete and coach. An athlete coach is important who was working at the limits of our understanding. Her nutrition was dialed. Her movement and planning and training dialed. These were not the errors. She moved well. She was diligent about her making her own food and just being organized. It just turns out didn't have a complete picture of the puzzle, and literally it's like someone threw a switch in Diane. And we know classically across as many different stories and N of ones we've heard that one little thing is out and I feel different. But this has been the difference of small changes that just made such manifest exposure change in Diane.
I think it's one of the most spectacular stories we have in the entire WellnessFX system right now, and that's thousands of people at this point.
Well, I'll tell you, here's what we're always looking at. What are the bottlenecks for the athlete? The bottlenecks, it's not necessarily this old model of 1% gain efficiency, 1% efficiency. It's where am I bottling up? And what we're seeing is that, we see that in hydration. We see that classically in sleep. We see that in people being able to manage their stress. And like Diana's a professional. Like she's our hardest working coach, hands down. And so all these other bottlenecks have been cleared up for her. Is she sleeping? Yes. Is she drinking a lot of water? Yes. Is she eating? So what's the bottleneck? Well, the bottleneck was this small piece that we didn't know about, and she cleans that bottleneck up. And it's not like she just became Diane Fu. She was always Diane Fu. All of these things were there, but because the energy, because the affect, it's amazing how much cleared out with that bottleneck. It was like the dam burst.
Yeah, it's kind of like that the famous sculptor who said, I actually just chip away all the rock to unveil what's in there. Now, I'll end on this. Pretty interesting. Things have changed for her, but actually she's still bumping along at low optimal. She's gotten out of the red. So
you know what? This bums me out all the time.
Yeah.
I talk to athletes who are like, I'm the best in the world, and I still have 30% more to give. Which is really amazing, I think, and it's a testament to the fact that, look, this is never a static situation. This is a moving target. We test, retest, reorganize. How do we know? We're constantly evaluating, because as her needs change and time changes, it's not going to be one stack prescription. I'm pretty sure I've heard you say I should probably get tested regularly. I should know what's going on, because my nutrition aspects have changed, my stress changes, some of the other aspects, and kind of constantly being able to just move the tanker by tapping it, gives me 1 degree on the horizon over a lot of latitude. So, as a model for me, my own experience with my wife, my own experience, my experience with Diane, it's I can't say enough. I mean, you have no idea probably what you're capable of, even functionally. Imagine if you just felt 5% better. What's that worth?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, that's been awesome. You're the one that actually suggested we test Diane, and so it's an awesome story to have in our system.
I'm not going to say that should be credited with Fu Barbell and the success of Diane Fu, but maybe I should. And that's really what this is about. If you know someone, suspect that something's off, and you've taken all the other things, because here's what's really remarkable, and the moral for this is we had someone who'd done all the due diligence. And now we can ask, what's the next question? Hey, I've done all the things that I can do, or I think I need to do for myself, and now I get some help. Because if you take a considerable look at all the other actions, you may be able to upregulate yourself just by getting off the sugar
Absolutely.
and eating a little fish oil and, maybe some niacin, right? But then all of a sudden, bam, if you can't solve a problem, we get some help, and the help is so easy, and it's accessible and democratized.
Absolutely.
Viva la Diane Fu.
Yeah.
What I'd like you to do is do this with every person I work with and live with. I'd like you to test every single person, because if everyone gets this awesome, life's going to get better.
That's our goal. We want to democratize this to everybody. Thank you, Kelly.
Pleasure.